Yay, Leone finally wants to talk to me. Oh, we probably had to wait for Gerald to die first.
Hey, Professor. Got a minute?
Sup, girl?
Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you.
It's
I
been
didn't
so
mean to lose my
long.
temper.
Why just...
I was rude to you. I should have known better.
Alright, because I didn't know enough about Gerald.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
Hell nah.
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since.
He's mine.
He spent some
Actually,
time in
you're
the
mine.
village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not?
I don't know. You didn't give me a time frame.
Maybe he left you with a relative or something.
You gave me zero
Anyway,
time frame.
Back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody
cheaper
in the
that way.
village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing.
Like it was
I was
nothing.
so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice.
And then he
didn't
laughed
stick around long after that,
and flipped you in the
but he
forehead.
did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting.
So new and
So
exciting.
after he left, I kept at it,
Okay.
kept training, just like he taught me.
Aw.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary.
But then
I'm
he
just glad I
died.
got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do. That's how I've made it this far.
And that's why you're pissed
Just
at me.
hard work, all on my own. But then you come along.
And you come along with
And
your
it's like you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all.
genetic
Or how lucky
similarities.
you were to have him around your whole life. No, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
Aw. You came to apologize to me for snapping at me. And then you end the conversation by snapping at me. Thanks, Leone. I love you.
Day 5. The look of joy on her face at the sight of these flowers will be even more beautiful than the flowers themselves.
Ugh.
His entries from before your birth are full of such oh, it must be deeply moving.
I
You do
don't
not
know
wish for them to see you in this state.
I thought I might find you here, Teach.
What's up, Cloud? Fuck you. Alright.
Not the type to wallow in solitude, huh? That's a relief, let me tell you.
You're no Edelgard.
So, what were you reading? Is that Gerald's?
Yes, it was. It's a bit of both, to be fair.
So it is. Hey, maybe this has some entries from when Gerald left the monastery.
Yep. Already read them. And
Is
burned.
that so?
Yep.
He
They're
was
mine.
the captain of the knights, but something made him leave the monastery in a hurry.
I mean, his wife died.
If it has something to do with your birth, knowing what happened may get us closer to knowing what secrets the church is hiding.
I mean, his wife died during
Teach.
childbirth.
Would you mind letting me read that diary? I know how important it is to you, but I'm not asking lightly. Please allow me
Who
to borrow
stole
it.
the diary last time? Someone stole Gerald's diary last time.
I'm forever in your debt, Teach. If you'd refused, I would have had to sneak in here in the dead of night. I
And
wasn't looking
again,
forward to the
why don't we
prospect.
just take the diary with
Anyhow,
us?
Let me fill you in on what's
Why
been
would we
going on
leave it
lately,
in his
and
room?
not just as thanks
He's
for
not going
filling
to use
me
it
with the
anymore.
diary. Rhea dispatched the knights to various locations in a frantic search for the enemy.
The enemy that can
There's a rumor
teleport.
that she's already secured some information. Something big is going to happen soon. That has me wondering, if you find out where the enemy is, what will you do about it? If you ask,
No. Yeah.
No, scratch that. All of us students would gladly lend a hand. Even if that means going against Rhea's wishes. Don't forget it. Now go. Everyone's worried about you. You'd better show them you're in good spirits.
Yeah, I'm so happy and smiley.
Oh, thank you. You saved me.
Fuck you, Monica. Betrayer number 3.
If you were to die,
Oh, hey,
then the
Edelgard.
mystery I'm afraid you must remain.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to...
How annoying.
Edelgard, hi.
Flame Emperor, Ishiv, you are our greatest creation. We used the defiled beast's
Blah, blah, blah.
blood. Now is the time to cleanse.
There will be no salvation. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in dusk.
All so that you may acquire.
Don't care. Hey, more people want to talk to me. I had a lot of things stacked up.
Hey, Teach.
Sup, Cloud?
Do you believe in gods?
I mean,
I don't necessarily mean the goddess of the Seros religion, just
I
gods in general.
specifically believe in
Do you
that
believe
one.
that incredible beings who control the fates of all really exist?
I can literally turn back time, so yes.
That's not the answer I was expecting. Though, honestly, I've recently become a bit of a believer myself. I've always hated the idea of praying to a god. After all, you can only really rely on yourself.
I literally have the voice
I
of the
still
goddess
believe that.
in my head
You can't
and
win
can
a
turn back
war by
time.
leaving your fate in the hands of a god. Only tangible facts can really decide a war. Which side has the most troops, the best tactics, the better organization and plan. Of course, miracles can happen. And by that, I mean things that are completely outside of your control. Things that only seem to add up if you believe in the concept of fate. Things like, well, like meeting you, for example.
Yeah, it's not like there was some extra force that made me choose you.
You just seem sort of impossible. I think everyone would agree with that. You can wield the sword of the creator. You're a tactical genius, and you have this strange ability to earn the trust of anyone you cross paths with.
All without
Before
actually
I
saying
met
words.
You, I never imagined that it was possible for someone like you to exist. And yet, now that I know you, your presence in my life has quickly become invaluable. In fact, it's hard to imagine making my dreams come true without your help. Because of
And
that,
one day
I
you'll
can't
tell me
believe
what those
for a
dreams
second
are, I'm
that our
sure.
meeting was just a coincidence. That means it must have been fate.
Nah,
Maybe
you're
it
just
was a
less
miracle.
annoying than...
Or maybe some god empathized
what's
with
his
me in my
face?
dreams. Again, I don't mean the goddess of Fodlan.
Goddess?
Though, I suppose it may be hard for you to grasp what I'm talking about. People all over the world have different ideas about who or what the gods are, right? Even in distant lands across the ocean or over the mountains. They have gods who see the world as a whole, who don't care about Fodlan's borders, who don't meddle in our affairs, who don't grant life or take it away. And maybe, sometimes, they'll make a miracle happen. A god like that.
So
That's
do
the
we
sort of
not
god
have
I
boats?
think I could believe in.
Do we not? Do we not travel across the
Careful,
ocean at all?
Teach. You'll anger the followers of Seros if you say things like that.
Don't care.
I'm just
I sewed this
speaking my
literally in
mind,
my
that's
head.
all. I think people should be free to believe in whatever gods they want. If a person believes in a god and that god becomes a support system for them, that's a good thing. That's what a god should be. Anyway, maybe I've overstepped a bit.
It doesn't matter, it's fine.
I knew you'd understand.
Yeah, Cloud, I'm
In any
super
case, let's keep this
understanding.
conversation between the two of us, yeah?
Yeah. No problem. No problem, bro. It's Ingrid's birthday. Have some flowers, girl. Oh, dividing the world. Okay. So there is a paralogue I can do. I'll do that in the following week. Because there's a rare monster sighting. So today, explore and more supports. So strap in for that!
Hey there, Cyril.
Ah,
You're
joy.
working hard as usual.
Nah,
Claude
just doing my
and
job.
annoying, hateful boy.
Rhea herself gives you your daily tasks, doesn't she? The church employs a lot of
hate you,
people,
Cyril.
but not too many of them can claim they get to speak with the Archbishop every day. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I'm
She
pretty
clearly
special.
values your work ethic.
Hey, is that everything you wanted to say? 'Cause I'm kinda busy here.
Actually, I was hoping to ask you about Rhea. There's so much we don't know about her, but I thought maybe you...
Yeah, I know more about Lady Rhea than anybody. But why should I tell you anything about
Why should I
her?
tell you?
So cold. Think about who you're talking to.
Huh? What are you to me?
You don't know who I am?
Are you two
Of
siblings?
course I do. You're Claude, house leader of the Golden Deer.
That's not what I mean. Well,
God
never
damn.
mind then. Tell me,
Maybe I think they're
do you
cousins,
ever miss
actually.
your homeland?
Elmira?
Yes, Elmira. Judging by that expression, I'm guessing you're not terribly homesick.
Life was a whole lot harder for me there than it's ever been around here. My dad and mom both died in the war, and there was nobody there to look after me. The king, he didn't do anything to help.
Yeah.
So I had to survive by being smart. I had to stop being a kid real quick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You don't have to apologize. It's not your fault.
Well,
Regardless of
About
whose fault
that.
it is, I'm still sorry.
yeesh.
I'm sorry that I didn't even know that an acquaintance of mine was suffering. And sorry for asking a tactless question about your homeland. I should have known that it was likely to bring back bad memories.
Nah, I get sad or mad when I think about it, but I'm used to it.
I
so
still
don't
hate you,
mind any.
Cyril.
I see that. Even still, I apologize.
Okay, just stop
for being
apologizing.
careless.
End the conversation.
Okay, well, thanks, Claude.
Cyril,
If
I
the
still
king of
hate you.
Elmira was like you, maybe things would have been better.
About that.
Maybe the king's not a bad person and just had other stuff to worry about. But that's not much of an excuse.
If I ever meet the king of Elmira, I'll give him a stern talking to on your behalf.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Bunch of things to get done.
You really are on the other side now, aren't you? Huh. Well, if nothing else, it's good of you to turn a blind eye to me.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Bye,
It's
Claude.
like, whatever. Bye. Cyril has no time to think about anything.
Hi, Lysithia! When are you gonna teach me magic? Is now good?
Oh boy, she's
Why do I
hyperactive.
have to?
Why? Because you're way better at it than me, silly.
Like, oh my
Is
god.
that so? I thought you were something of an honor student at the School of Sorcery.
Well, sure, but I wouldn't say I've got any kind of natural talent for it. I'm gonna have to try very hard to become as good of a mage as you are.
Is she
What is
manipulative?
that supposed to mean? Are you implying that I don't
Or
work hard too?
enthusiastic?
If you think my skills are inherent, you are sorely mistaken.
No, I wasn't saying that at all. Everyone knows how hard you work.
Oh, now you're saying I'm
I
not
just
talented.
meant that if I want to be as good as you, I'll have to work really incredibly hard.
And what is it you want to learn about?
Oh, so you'll teach me? Thank you so much. Actually,
So fire burns, right?
oh, I get it
Interesting.
now. I never thought about it that way before.
Look at how quickly you're picking this up. You're clearly very skilled already.
Don't be silly.
Right.
You're just that good of a teacher. Your way of looking at the world is so fundamentally different from mine.
Do you insist on taking the conversation in that direction?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't doing that. There I go, saying the wrong thing again.
Yes,
It's
yes.
fine. Let's just drop it. A bit more self-confidence would go a long way for you, Annette.
Huh?
That's all I've got for you today. I need to get going now. Lots to do.
Oh, I'm so sorry to take up your time. Thanks again for teaching me.
Uh-huh. Bye. Howdy.
This one ought to do.
Well, I guess both these guys are hard
What are
workers.
you doing, Cyril?
I'm picking out logs to carry back and chop into firewood.
You
Although
can't
they
expect
work.
to carry all these by yourself.
Hard
Let
work
me
in
help.
exactly opposite
No,
directions,
I
but
got
whatever.
it. I don't want you getting hurt. Logs are heavy sometimes.
And people die when they are
Well,
killed.
You should accept the help being offered. I'm older and wiser. I know best.
Are you older?
Lysithia, you seem a bit shaky. You okay?
Yep, totally fine. I'm just kind of losing my grip on this log. Ah! Well,
Good job.
That wasn't much help as it turned out. I didn't realize they'd be that heavy. I
Really?
couldn't even walk in a straight line.
Giggity?
I told ya, logs are heavy sometimes.
And people
It's
die
hard
when they
work
are
if you're
killed.
not used to it.
I feel foolish.
You
Well,
should.
if you've learned your lesson, I'm gonna go carry the other logs.
Hang on. Shouldn't you rest for a bit?
Wood still needs chopping. I got a bunch of other stuff needs doing before sundown, too.
And you're wasting my
In that
time.
case, let me help you carry the chopped wood.
You know how rough firewood is? You'll get splinters if you carry it with your soft hands.
Wear gloves!
You can't be serious.
You're just not cut out for this kind of work. Look at your hands. They're like a princess's.
Aw.
No point in you learning to chop wood, is there? You don't need to know how to do that stuff. You and me live in different worlds. There's no point lowering yourself down into mine.
I still don't like you, Zero.
Our worlds aren't so different. We're together right now, aren't we?
Sure, we live in the same places now, but that's not gonna last forever. Don't see how it could. Unless I actually turned into your little brother or something.
Yeah, that's the only way that could happen, Zero.
Ignatz, let us take a short break.
Yes.
I will pour tea. Please choose a teapot for us to use.
Are you painting Lorenz? Is that what's happening?
You want me to pick one? I don't see any other Ignatz around here, do you? Go on now, we're wasting time. The pots are over here. I will leave the selection to your judgment.
Okay.
Let's see. How about this? That's rather plain. Why did you choose that one?
The tea you chose has a very subtle taste, as well as a smooth, light texture. Such an unassuming tea calls for an unassuming pot, and one that complements the tea's color. In addition, the pot I selected has a floral design. Although we can't go for a walk today, we can still bask a little in nature's
You are
beauty.
very artistic.
Very interesting.
Why are you at a night academy?
You know, you have an absolutely marvelous aesthetic eye. Precisely what I would expect from the son of a merchant house that has enjoyed the Gloucester's patronage for so many years. After we graduate, when you begin your trade in earnest, I will introduce you to my father.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. But I'm afraid I'm already on the path to becoming a knight.
Ah, right, you are a second son. Still, your eye for beauty is a talent that should not go to waste. Very well. If you are to be a knight, then I shall happily take you into my service.
Yeah.
Well,
Ignis doesn't really like
What?
you.
Does that displease
The
you?
Gallcasters in general. Just saying.
not at all. I just need a little time to think it over.
Because your father's a bit of a dick.
His eye for the arts is unwavering, but in all other matters he is woefully indecisive.
Woefully undecisive.
Ingrid, hello.
Hello, stick butt.
Yes, Claude?
Listen, I know you and I don't always get along.
Really was
I
first
just wanted
clue.
to say that I'm sorry if my way of being is upsetting to you.
If anyone should be making apologies, it's probably me. I've been overly harsh toward you on more than one occasion.
You've been overly harsh towards
I
a
am
lot of
close
people.
friends with someone who has caused me no end of trouble since we were very young. You remind me a bit of him, and I think I've projected my annoyances at him onto you, at times.
Huh. Am I really that
I don't
similar
know
to this
anything
friend
about
of
your
yours?
backstory, so I don't know how interesting
Not
that
in
is.
every regard, no. You certainly seem to treat those of the opposite gender with quite a bit more respect, for one thing.
That's good.
Well now, I'll take that as a compliment.
You also speak to me in a much more amicable manner than my dear friend ever does.
Okay, I have to ask you something, but only if you promise not to show me your angry lines again.
Okay.
Doesn't that straight-laced personality of yours make life harder than it needs to be? I feel like there are plenty of people who'd like to get to know you better, but who are scared off by your, well, intense attitude.
Stick up your
Oh.
ass.
Really?
Just saying.
Really? I'd say that especially applies to most of the folks you go around giving lectures to. We're all friends here, Ingrid. We all trust each other with our very lives on the battlefield. Shouldn't we try to accept each other?
You have a point.
Maybe. Nah. I do
sure
what I want.
Besides, with a cute face like yours, I bet you could win anyone over if you just threw out a smile now and then.
I've got better things to concern myself with.
And
In
now
any
she's mad
case,
again.
You speak as though you know so much about wooing the masses. But I would wager that many of our classmates find it difficult to trust one as slovenly as yourself.
Oh, another
Probably.
lecture. I see you took my words to heart. Look, let's just call a truce,
Yeah,
shall
truce, okay.
we? How about we agree that we could both learn something from our chat today? If you'll make an effort to smile more, I'll try my best to set a better example for everyone.
Deal?
That seems
Deal.
like an unreasonable thing to ask of you. I wonder if you're capable of such a thing.
You harsh,
And it's
Ingrid.
perhaps equally wild to ask an ice block like you to melt. But let's give it a try. What do you say?
I suppose it's only virtuous to ask as much of myself as I'm asking of you. Very well. I accept your challenge.
Nah.
Hilda,
Housekeeping?
I'm coming
Oh.
in.
Oh my god.
Hey, Annette. Don't mind the mess. Oh, wow. It really is messy. I'm not sure there's even enough room to breathe.
Thanks.
I haven't been tidying lately. I start to procrastinate when I'm busy.
Busy doing what? Getting
Hey,
other people
how
to
about
do your
I'll
work for
clean
you.
up Really? That would be amazing. So are you good at cleaning? I love it. Actually, the messier a room is, the more determined I get to conquer the crowd.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Works for me. I'll
Ugh.
leave you to it. Don't want to get in your way. Great. See you later.
Bye. And then you just... That's a good start.
Annette? Oh no, my face.
Hehe, whoops
Oh my
doops.
goodness. I am so sorry. I'll clean it up right. Ah!
Oh lord.
Not again.
God damn it, Annette.
There was a big bug. So big.
So she is a complete klutz.
Oh no, Annette, do something.
And Hilda should clean her room more
Not
often.
magic. I don't want you to burn my room down.
Burn.
I'm so terribly sorry, Hilda. I wanted to clean up for you, but I basically did the opposite. No kidding. I guess it was my fault for getting you to clean up my mess.
Yeah.
At any rate, you've made such a mess of my mess. Now I feel motivated to clean my own room.
You
So,
motivated a lazy
kind of
person.
positive outcome.
Good job, Annette.
I guess that's one way to think of it. You know, I really do admire your can-do attitude.
You could
Although
learn a
it
thing or
might
two.
be, too much. You don't want to overextend yourself. For one thing, you'll tire yourself out. Based on what I just saw, you might even get hurt.
Yeah.
Don't
Probably
worry
shouldn't
about
give her an
me.
axe.
I'm fine. I've been like this my whole life. I've never wanted to let
That's
anyone
worrisome.
down. My parents, my uncle. So I always try to give it my all. And it's taken me this far at least. I guess so.
Whatever works.
But going all out to please others, never thinking of yourself, that's no way to live. Creepity creep.
That's creepy to sing.
Living in a land that's dark and blinded by the frigid cold, creeping through the loneliness for ages untold.
It's not a bad song.
In your heart, you're desperate for
Oh,
the
just moving
cure.
on.
Creepy creep.
Are you singing the anime songs?
Oh, Claude, you weren't watching me, were you?
I saw the
Nope.
whole ritual, yes. You have a gift, Annette. I could watch that all day. In fact, I just might.
That's creepy.
Claude, can you please forget you saw that? I was just making up a silly song to pass the time while watering the plants.
Sure. It could be my secret serenade, if you so please. But tell me, you were born in Fargus, right?
Yes, that's right.
Bogus. Where's that?
I thought so. You're really talented, you know. It's been a while since I heard a song like that. One that stirs me to my very soul.
Soul stirring? My creepity creep song?
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
bit
that's
creepy.
a bit of an exaggeration.
It was a good song, don't get me
I
wrong.
never, ever exaggerate. In fact, it reminded me of rituals we had back where I grew up. We'd gather around a blazing fire and spend the whole night caught up in song and dance.
It sounds pretty
Not unlike
nice.
what you just demonstrated. Really, the dance I'm thinking of is exactly like the one you just did. We'd scream like beasts and then jump up and roll around. It's freeing, isn't it?
Scream? Like a beast? That is not what I was doing!
And now she's
And-
pissed.
And what's this weird ritual you're talking
He's
about?
trying to compliment you.
Even better than your angelic voice were your lyrics. I can't even begin to fathom the deep meaning they contain, but maybe if we talk about it...
Deep meaning? No,
Just no.
Oh, I get it. It's the sort of thing you have to figure out for yourself.
Oh, Cloud,
Okay,
stop
don't tell
teasing.
me. Give me time. I'll work it out.
work what out?
Oh, have you already watered the plants? Sorry, I'm just realizing it was supposed to be my turn this week.
No, it's fine. Really.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later then.
Creepity creep.
He is not gonna let this go, is he?
Nope. You let the wrong person grasp your weakness. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the episode there. I'm running a bit shy on time, so I can't do what I normally do. But, so thank you guys so much for stopping by watching the video. If you like the video, do the thing, does the thing, lets me know about the thing. And until next time, bye-bye.